Hello everyone, we are here for HGTV's Sneak Peek with AphroChic, and we are so excited to bring you a gorgeous home in Brooklyn today. This is a family style home. I am here with Julio and Kenza, who are going to take us on a tour of their space. You guys are going to love this space because Julio and Kenza have done some just amazing design work, and it's pretty much all you guys, right? I mean,
yes.
They are masterminds in terms of being able to take what is some amazing historic architecture in Brooklyn and completely modernize it. So I've got questions for you guys. The audience is going to have questions for you guys. And everyone, please leave us comments. Like, give us those likes and hearts, and also ask us about anything that you're interested in here in the home, and we can answer those questions for you. So I want to start in the living room. First of all, the floors are absolutely amazing, and I hear that you did the floors by yourself. This was a, not DIY, I don't want to say DIY, but...
Well, it was a labor of
love.
Saving some money.
Saving some money. when the guy told me how much it was going to cost to do the chevron floors,
yes,
which we really wanted because we wanted to preserve the details of the house,
yes,
while make it functional and modern at the same time. You can see we're doing minimum.
yes.
I said, you know, I'd rather have the money in my pocket than give the money to somebody else.
Yes,
So,
well,
and I figured out how to do it, and we did it.
I definitely want to get a shot of this living room. So let's pan the living room so people can see how modern and updated this space is. There are some great details as well. Like, there's a lot of art in this home. So let's talk about some of the art. Where is it coming from? Julio, I know some of it you're creating, but then also it's pieces that are meaningful to you guys.
It's travels. It's it's a combination of things. It's been times we've gone and driven places, and I remember the piece of Nzinga when we get to the other to the dining area. You were driving, you're in Angola.
Yeah.
I was here, and he calls me and he says, I see this, I have to buy it. And what he would do is, if I'm not on the trip with him, he sends me a picture. I'm like, yeah, get that.
You know, usually in Angola you kind of negotiate. The guy said, how much is it? This, I just said, here. I didn't even try to negotiate because it was such a great timing, because I was working on a production, which is my current production with my company. It's Zinga. It's really inspired by all the people that came before us. And today we can afford to live the way we do because of them, because they've sacrificed so much. And for me, it started with Zinga. It's like, although I'm in America, it's a continuation of the same history.
Wonderful.
And so it was timing. It was like, I gotta get it.
Yeah, these two homeowners have a lot of beautiful, I want to say like African diaspora reflective pieces in the home. So I definitely want to go into the dining room, which, like you said, there's like this minimalism here with this gorgeous table and these chairs, which are amazing. Where did you guys get the chairs?
These are these are the scoop chairs from Fritz Hansen. And I remember we were looking for dining chairs, and I was kind of set on these chairs, and Julio, they don't look comfortable. I said, Julio, I tried them, they're comfortable. I convinced him while we went to the store in Soho. He sat and he's like, oh, these are nice.
And they're fantastic, and they've got that beautiful minimalist style.
And
she has the ability, she has the eye to pick stuff that I could never pick. Just after she tells me this will work, sometimes like no, but once she puts in space, I'm always like surprised how
that's how we work together. Is I can kind of visualize something without it actually being in the space.
Yes.
I could see something, and I'm like, that'll work. It's almost like I don't want to sound cliche, but like the space will talk to you, right?
Yes.
Like, this is what I need. And Julio is very much like hands-on the floors, right? Like he can see it once it's in. Once the application, he has to go through the process. And so that's kind of like how we work. I'm the visual, and he's like, I'm going to do it. Even with the mask, it's like, what do you think? And I'm like, well, add this and this and this and this and this and this and this. And he's like, okay, I'm going to go try it.
Yes, the marriage of the two. This is Nzinga. This is Zinga.
Bandi.
This piece, so you guys got this piece in Angola?
That's where I'm from, so this is part. You know, a lot of the art pieces that you're going to see, it's really remnants of my own childhood, of my memory, of my of who I am, you know. So and this is part of my history. It's part of who I am today, because I lived colonial life.
Yeah.
So this is part of that history, you know.
Yeah, there's so much history here. And so I want to go into the kitchen. There is a lot, I mean, and Kenza, everybody, so you guys know, is from New York, born and raised, from Queens, who now lives in Brooklyn. And we've talked about the fact that this, you know, the space is modern, but it's also extremely comfortable. When we came in the home, you guys had music playing, and we could feel that vibe of comfort. And I feel that way also even in the kitchen that extends from the dining room. It's still like it's modern, but a family-oriented space at the same time.
I'll tell you how that ended up happening. I don't think I've ever even told you this. I've always had what I think are beautiful spaces. I mean, even in college, I had the room in the apartment everybody wanted to go to, even if I had to buy everything from, you know, the local flea market. It was $1, and I would paint it, and I would fix it up, and I would hook it up.
All right.
But I had this apartment, and it was my first like big purchase was this couch.
Okay.
And I remember my friends came, and everybody looked a little uncomfortable.
Oh, okay. It wasn't a comfy couch.
And then finally, I think the couch was very comfy, and I had, well, why are you guys? Because I'm so used to my spot being a spot, you know?
Yeah.
And they were like, because your house feels like a museum. I think that's when I finally discovered my attraction to modern, but I wasn't really sure how to execute it so that it felt comfortable, because I think something that you have to do is that you have to bring in the things that you love.
Yes.
The things that for us reflects who we are. And so this house for me was another opportunity, because we had a house before this, and I think we did all right in that house. Another opportunity to like, what do we need?
Yes.
How do we live?
And that's really it. How do you live? And I think that as you're walking through, some of the things that really catch my eye, and probably will catch a lot of people's eye in the kitchen, is some of the fixtures that are here, like that brass that's just so beautiful and brightens everything up.
And that's so trendy now, so we look kind of trendy, right? But it wasn't trendy at all.
We were in Paris, and we went to the Louvre.
Yes.
And it's just the gold
of the handles,
and
the doorknobs,
it was real, like,
yes.
It wasn't like gaudy, it was just elegant.
Yes.
And we like, and she's like, that's it. So when we started doing the house, we went for the gold, but the gold wasn't in yet. Now everybody knows gold.
The whole concept was the white, the black, and these accents of the metal.
Yeah.
That was the concept in my head.
Yeah. So we have a family that was very much ahead of the trend, and
so
also
we like to think,
loves to travel, and that is reflected even in a space like your kitchen. So you guys will see here, this kitchen, when they have these original fireplaces, this is why people move to Brooklyn, to get these sorts of elements. But also there's all of this artwork and carvings. And Julio, tell me about the carvings here. I know that some of this is from your own heritage, but you guys have carvings everywhere in this house.
This is from my hometown, which is Luena, and our ethnic group is Chokwe. Luena. But I am Luba by blood, which is derived from Congo. This is from there. But also this is from Zimbabwe, because I really think there's no better sculptors in stone than in Zimbabwe. You know, wood for me is Angola, hands down. Sorry.
Yeah.
Angola and Congo, they really, and stone is Zimbabwe.
Yes, absolutely.
And I learned how to carve when I was a kid in terms of wood, but my carvings today, it's different because by necessity.
Oh, it's amazing. And we want to give you guys just a great pan of the dining living room area, because now you're going to see how special everything is in this space. I mean, it's gorgeous. Oh, definitely. I mean, one of the other things that's really caught my attention is when we talked about art everywhere, but there really is a lot of personalized pieces here, even when you come into a space like the kitchen. So we have an awesome piece by Julio that is in the kitchen. I was immediately struck by these feathers, which were like, I was like, what is this? I want to know more about this piece. And there are lots of pieces like this in the home, but tell us about sort of the pieces. I think a lot of people would not think, oh, I'm going to put art in my kitchen. Like people always think like, oh, I can't do that in the kitchen, but you guys have done that, and that's what's made it this great environment.
Everybody hangs out here. It's like the quasi living room. We have a party. New Year's we had a party.
We had probably what 60, 70 people.
They were all
Everybody
in the
was
kitchen.
here.
And I didn't get invited this year, guys, but I want to make sure I get invited
Next
to
year,
the party.
we started a tradition of a New Year's party now. That
Absolutely.
Every New Year's, we're going to have a party because, you know, we had a couple, we always end up like the last 5 years, I think, was like, what are you going to do? And then we stay home. But now we decided this is it. We're not going like this.
And in a party, and the people changes
the
the
people.
energy.
Yeah, and the energy
That's
in
what
here.
makes the house feel
Yeah.
warm, right? Is the energy of the people.
And you guys can see these two, the energy of this home.
But you're talking about this
Okay.
piece, for instance. Where I come from, we have the mukishes, which we call the muki, and it's 7 different masks. Masks for me are spirits. These are the images of. It's the way we communicate. It's through the spirit, and this is based from Angola's Amwanapo, which is the same that is down there, and that is authentic one. I did the body, but and this is a variation of Amwanapo.
Amazing, amazing. So yeah, let's go to the other one actually. This piece really, when you
That is
come
very
into
special for us in
the
Angola.
living room,
Probably the most famous one that exists there.
absolutely gorgeous. And I definitely want to say to folks, I mean, this is a talented family. Everybody is creative here. You've got, you know, but not flipping houses. You guys are designing homes. You guys, Julio's making art. We've met, these guys are also parents of 2 amazing daughters who are talented and who we're going to meet a little bit when we get upstairs. So I definitely want to show you guys the upstairs as well.
We'll follow you.
Before we get to the upstairs, one of the things that's really special about this home is all the little details. You guys love details. This piece is something I've never seen before in a home. When I first stepped into this house, I was like, what is this? And please make me one too, because I want one. But yeah, Kenza, come over. I want to hear about, you talked about the story of you guys kind of incorporating this into the homes that you're designing, and how, because I was like, did you carve it? How did this happen?
Well, I have to give Julio credit, because in our prior home, Julio's always like pushing the envelope. And in our prior homes, I want to put a mask on the stairs. And I said, well, okay, well, let's see. And it was beautiful. So when we came here, it was like hands down, like no question about it.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is finding not masks, but finding the sculpture that'll go. And this was the one. This was the one. Of course, the wood is not, we blended, and he puts it so that it actually looks like it's part of the entire staircase. You would think that it was here from the beginning.
You do. It feels
idea.
like this came with the home.
The idea is to incorporate where you are in a house, and that's one thing that I learned when I came. I was 18. I came to the States by myself as a dancer, and I stayed in a friend's apartment, which is traveling by myself, and then I couldn't afford, and I had a roommate. I had to live someplace else, and I realized how hard it was for me to go at home. To go home, because I didn't want to go home.
Yeah.
So my goal, even when we met, was the most important thing in life is to make yourself a home.
Yes.
Once you have a place where you love to be everything, so everything happens from there.
I love that.
And this is
that.
This
It's
is
a
the
real
foundation of
reflection.
our life. So
Absolutely. Well, let's go upstairs. We want to see more of your life. So I'll let you guys lead me up the stairs. Julia, go ahead. You can lead me up.
okay.
We're going to go, you guys, every moment in this home, there is something to look at. So we're going to take you upstairs to see another truly incredible piece.
So
He's going to join us up here, so he's going to make his way up. So we are here in the hallway, and there's this feature up here. I've never seen this before in a home where, you know, we've seen wallpaper, but you guys actually incorporated a mural into your hallway. So tell us about the mural that's here.
This is an amazing guy, an amazing friend of ours, right?
From Uganda.
From Uganda, and his name is Mush, and we collaborate a lot. Him and I, he paints stuff for my dance company. We spend, you know, it's like he comes here twice a week, and we just sit down and we just create stuff.
It's beautiful.
But Kenza is the one who really had the vision about this.
You were meeting with
Mush with
Cootie.
Cootie. We had a production, and Cootie does the filmings for my company. Actually, he just got the NWCP awards for the for the Ali movie, and he's doing a Michael Jordan movie.
Wonderful.
So and I had to go there and pick up the footage. So as I was picking up the footage, the performance that he had filmed for me.
I walk in and I see these
drawings
on the wall. I'm like, well, who is that? What is like? I'm completely like taken back. I'm like, how did you not notice this? Like, right? Like that's all I was focused in on. And Cootie was so cool. He was like, oh, that's this dude. Mush, he's cool. You should call him. Well, when I got home, I called Mush up. Mush came, and we started with the vestibule, just doing the doors. And then it was like, well, we want you to do something, you know, something else. And what's cool about this is that it's our family.
Oh,
I mean, his interpretation.
Let's definitely get a pan of that.
So, if you notice the two girls.
Let me see. I have to step back.
Yeah, step back. So, Luana and Zeza, and I'm here. That's
Okay.
a big mama. And he's the big
I see. So it's your family wall mural. I love that. This is better than any family photo. Family wall mural. You guys gotta, I mean, this is amazing. We're gonna go into the bedroom now. This bedroom, the master bedroom in this home is another just space that you're like, you walk in, and you guys probably already know at AphroChic, we love black bedrooms. We have one in our home. You guys have one that I'm like, wow. I mean, it's so cozy. It's so beautiful. And then again, you've got the
Once
art.
you go black, you never go back.
You've got the art and those personal touches again. So I know that this piece is definitely a special piece above the bed.
It's I run a company called Batotoyet, which means our children. It's part of my life. I've been doing it for over 26 years. And Patrick de Marchalier used to take photographs for us. He donated all this time. I don't know. Are you sure you know Patrick de Marchalier is just one of the world greats? And this is one of his photographs. This is actually 3 of my first dancers that I had in 1990.
Wow.
And
they're all adults now.
They're all adults now. Yeah.
Wow, and that's what's so, and then there's all these, of course, other special moments. We've got the fireplace again, which is gorgeous. And then this piece over the fireplace, can you tell me about sort of, it's like a poem?
I snuck that in the house, I can tell you that much.
Yes, I want to find out about
I went to the Rush, my friend,
Rush Art Gallery.
Yeah, I went to the Rush Art Gallery, but they have the fundraiser.
Yeah.
And I went to the fundraiser, and I love Harriet Tubman. I consider her like my soul sister.
Yes.
It's just something about her spirit.
Yeah.
And when I saw it, I was with my girlfriend. I was like, I gotta buy that.
Wow.
And it's just a quote of hers, well, part of the quote, and something she said, and I read it, and it just resonated with me. But I didn't discuss it with Julio. I just kind of like dragged this really big, heavy piece into the house. He's like, well, what's that? And I'm like,
it's for
it's friend.
my friend. until I was ready to put it up. Right?
And it fits perfectly over this fireplace.
And when you read it, it's really
just
beautiful.
like I'm looking at one of my ancestors there. It's like the connection. Yeah. It's funny today. I see ourselves. She was born here. I'm from Angola, but I see us as one.
Yes,
I don't
absolutely.
see in this full history. It's funny. I cannot detach myself from history.
Yes.
And and everything that I do is connected to that. I keep thinking, we spoke about Zinga. It's the same history that we had, starting from Africa into the colonialism, slave trade, and what's going on in the world today. We're still fighting the same fight for equality. You know what I mean? We got to abolish racism and all these things because it's still the same fight. It's funny. There we have Harriet Tubman, and there we have
And it's
the
beautiful.
many nameless people who came before us,
Yeah.
but yet they have the same importance.
The celebration of heritage
Absolutely,
is
yes.
really what makes this home very special. And I want to say one of the things I love about it is that you guys are parents. So your kids are growing up in this environment where they're seeing all of this heritage represented. I want to go talk to the girls. Everybody's going to love these two young ladies who are absolutely amazing. So let's go into your space. And they're sitting so quietly and really well behaved. So this is Luena and Zeza. So the two of them, guys, get up. You can get up. I want to hear, what is your favorite piece in your room? What do you love most?
The Say What sign.
Oh, I love that
There's
piece.
actually two things I love.
What is your favorite?
I like the unicorn lamp, and I like the Say What sign.
I love that Say What sign. I mean, you guys are 8 and 11, and I'm 38, but I want that sign too. That's a really great piece. One of the other things I like is there's some like artwork of you guys in here. So let me see whose art is in here. Let's hear about it. I think I've heard there's a piece here.
This is mine. I made this at school, actually.
I love it. So you can see that these two young ladies are very talented, and that this space, even though it's a kid's space, it's totally them. So I like that you guys have incorporated your own style. Luena, what about the artwork? Is that something that you tell me about
I
it?
didn't make it at all.
Do you like it?
Sort of.
I like it, and I love those neon frames. That's pretty cool with your black and white bedding. So yeah, this space is pretty cool. When you guys do you have friends over? Do you like the room? What do you like most
She
about it?
is the only person that really has friends over.
Yeah.
And normally when I bring my friends over, they always surround her.
Oh yeah, really?
And
Well,
the
what do
kids
you
too.
like most about this room?
Well, everything's amazing, actually.
Oh.
So, what's to love?
The closet. What's not to love? So we are, and there's actually another really special piece that I know is in this bedroom. I heard that some young ladies are really good at gymnastics and have some medals or something that's hung up here somewhere. I think this is so cool that you guys' medal wall has become a feature in your room. It means, one, you're super talented, but two, it's also like really great design.
To
First
tell
of all-
you the truth about this metal wall,
This is
these 5 ones are from my competition, and those are just hers from like tennis and school
I
participation
like
things.
them. I like that you have them hung up.
I haven't been competing yet, so I'm not there yet. But she has been there a lot of times. This one's mine for a participation trophy.
Like it.
This is my sister's at Manhattan Classic.
Do you see how these two support each other? So nice. And
That's
this Obama pillow. This is pretty cool. I would almost want to take this home, but I'm going to have to get one myself. I like this. Thank you guys for letting us see your room. Let's take another quick look at what these two love about their space that I'm going to call like the ultimate girl cave. That's what I'm calling this. The ultimate girl cave. It's pretty cool.
Oh, and don't forget the bathroom.
I saw that. Yes, the bathroom also is bright and fun. We're going to head upstairs to your dad's studio. So we're going to go look at that next. Let's go. There's one more floor to explore here.
That's another colorful surprise.
Yeah, it is a pretty big surprise. Let's get up here. Julio is up here, and it's looking amazing up here in this space. I'm just gonna, this is the office. This is, I want to put a light on in here just so everyone can see. Is this it?
This one.
Yes. All right, we've got light. So when we first came up here, Brian and I first came into this space, it was like, what is this? It was pretty amazing. It took our breath away to see all that you're creating in your home. So tell us about it. Tell us what's inspiring you and these pieces.
Oh God. Like I said, these are remnants. You know, I left Africa on foot. I didn't leave because I wanted to leave. The war started and we had to flee. When you see people running away from the war, that was me when I was 8. So a lot of the stuff that stayed behind was this. Actually the physical parts, but everything that I had seen, everything that I had lived, everything that I had imagined, those remnants still in my mind, and this is what is coming out now. So, and I think this process has been always in my life because I never really left. I've left physically, but I never really left. So 26 years ago, I started an organization, which wasn't an organization. I really started just sharing all those memories with kids, and that led into starting a youth program that is a dance company, and it's called Batotet, which means our children. And we have done so much in 26 years. Even yesterday, I got a call from one of the kids that said, "My name is Chantal, do you remember me?" And I have a 4-year-old daughter, and I want for her to come.
Wow.
Because I want for her to get the same thing that I got 26 years ago. But this is one of the many
She
stories.
said the foundation.
The foundation.
Wow.
And she's saying, "Oh, although I'm very overweight now, you won't be..."
Really, Julio?
No, she was just saying, you won't be... I'm trying to make a point, you won't be impressed, but I was so taken by the fact that she had that foundation. And also by saying that, is that she's aware of who she is and what she needs to do. But anyway, and that's the organization, and that's why you see all these photographs, which are done by an amazing photographer, which is Patrick de Marchalier. And he donated all of this stuff, and of course this is my life here, and this is what I create.
It's legacy in so many ways, and in your legacy and your history. And these pieces are super cool. You were showing us they're lightweight, and people are using them for dance performances all over the city, all over the world.
Look, you can. This is very light. It's very light because I use them almost like puppetry in my dance companies, and so people were constantly asking us every time. People come, "Can you make me some? Can you do this?" So I start creating, how we call it, the
silhouettes,
outlines.
Oh, very cool.
So
I want one for myself.
This is the first ones, and I wanted to do an exposition. You see the white ones. Those are the ones that we're creating to go into a home.
I am ready for one. So I'm just saying, when the site comes up and you've got your first pieces, please don't forget about me.
List.
Thank you. So,
second.
Second
No,
one.
third one.
That's okay.
That's the third one.
I will be, but I'm at the top.
But-
I'm at the top.
You're at the top.
And one of the reasons that I thought is people constantly ask. So the reason that I'm making is also to continue to support the work that we are doing in New York, and we've been doing all over the world with this.
Yeah. So, I mean, and this is the ultimate home office. I think that, this is such a creative family, and I said that before, but you guys are innovators. You're in art, you're in tech, you're in all these different things, dance, you're doing all of it. So we've had the pleasure of coming to be with you today, learn about you guys, and see your amazing
But
space.
there's something also which is very important. It seems like that we're all over the place, but we're not.
Yeah.
Because everything is connected, like you just said tech. This, I used to live at 106th Street, and was by the river. And, you try to use a computer outside and you couldn't see it.
Right.
You couldn't see the screen.
If you're working outside.
And I wanted, I looked, I searched for something and I couldn't find anything. The way we think, if we need something, if we want something, and we can't find it, we create it.
Yeah, just like the floors. Just like the floor.
So I created this, which allows you to use, and you can put in your bag.
So there is
allows you to use the computer.
So it's all
connected.
Yeah, absolutely. It's creativity. And so I want to say thank you guys for letting us into your space. I want to get these girls back in here. Zeza Luena is still here with us. She's coming in. Come on in. We're going to give one final shot and just say thank you.
Thank you.
We're with you guys from Brooklyn. This is
Thank you very
HGTV's.
much.
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
thank you. This is
Thank
HGTV's sneak peek with AphroChic. Come and join us again next Saturday. Thank you guys.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the tour.